I'm going to plant up some strawberries today in our Easyfill Wall Planters. The strawberries I'm going to use are Strawberry Sweetheart, and the reason I'm using one of our wall planters is they really are a great way of displaying plants and flowers in your garden. You can attach them to a wall, you can attach them to a fence, but because they're high up and I can put it on a wall, I'm actually going to keep my strawberries slug free, but also they're going to grow really, really well. And the reason is the design of this wall planter. There's 5 planting holes around the outside, and each of those has a gate with a neck to hold the plant in place. That means the outside of the wall planter is going to be covered in strawberry plants. When I turn to the inside of the wall planter, you can see this is really clever design. It has a very deep planting space, which means my strawberry roots are going to really get established in there into the compost. But it also has a reservoir that will hold on to the rainwater, the water when I water my wall planter, and it has a drainage hole at the back so it won't get waterlogged. If I walk you around the back of the wall planter, which again is made from recycled plastic, manufactured in the UK and made to last, it has an aluminium bracket here which you attach to the wall or the fence, and that really makes it easy just to clip the wall planter on. And it even has spaces at the back just to ensure air circulates. The secret of this though is in its name. It's called Easy. Okay, it's an Easyfill Wall Planter. So I'm going to plant it up now and you can just see how easy it is to use. So I've got one here without the gates in place. I've put a bit of compost in the bottom so that I'm ready started, and I'm using a good quality compost. And it really is important that you use the best quality compost you can afford, because that means that you really maximise your planting, whether it's flowers, fruits, vegetables, whatever you're planting up. Always give them that best start in life. Now I might add just a bit more compost in there, and then I'm going to take my first plants. Really, these strawberry plants, oh my goodness me, they're looking fabulous. But look, this is a very large 7-centimetre pot plant. It's ready to be planted. Got strawberries already forming on there. And what I do is I'm going to take it through the hole in the front of the planter. You can see it's not got damaged at all. Let that plant sit there, and then the clever gate system, this is what's really clever about this system. You've got that archway there, that's going to cradle the neck of the plant and hold it in place. So I'm going to clip it into place, and listen, that is now clipped in place. But what's clever, where that plant is in place, air is going to circulate, which is going to help the roots of the plant to get established. But it doesn't matter if it gets wet or windy, that plant isn't going to get blown out or damaged. Plus inside, it's got its own growing space, nice deep growing space underneath it. I'm going to take another strawberry plant and I'm going to put it in next to it. So this is how we build it up, and you can just imagine these cascading down. Maybe you have got a wall in the garden or a fence that you could attach a couple of wall planters on, and I think people will be very surprised to see your strawberries looking so good. And they're actually quite pretty. I love the way to see those lovely strawberry flowers as well showing on the outside of the basket. Can you see how the actual wall planter is disappearing as I'm planting up? Now I'm going to put a bit more compost in the top here so that it's sort of like a compost sandwich. That means there's compost all around the roots. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take another 3 of these lovely Strawberry Sweetheart plants, which are going to give me strawberries throughout the summer. And don't forget, once you've planted up your strawberry plants, what's really good about this is you can actually leave them from season to season. So I can just tidy up the basket after the wall planter after I've finished this season, and then get more crops the following year. I'm going to put 2 more in here, 1 at the side, and then I'm going to put a couple of strawberry plants in the top as well. And this will mean I'm going to have a season of lovely, tasty strawberries. I think this one I'm actually going to put on a wall, but as I said before, you might have a fence in your garden, put up a couple of wall planters. You may have a garage. You know, sometimes even the side of a garage can be made useful, and you're raising up your fruit so that those slugs don't get it, which really appeals to me. See what I mean about how evenly spaced they are? Each one not disturbing each other, but maximum place for them to grow, which means more better roots, more fruits. So it's a bit like this is wall planter by numbers. You haven't got to think, are they close together? Is it the right space? Is it in the right place? Job's done for you. Pile up the compost at this point, because by piling up the compost, I'm not pushing down on the roots of those plants, but once it starts to rain, they will naturally settle down. So this is going to just, my mouth is watering thinking about those delicious strawberries that are going to be growing in this lovely wall planter. So I'm going to put, I think I'm going to put just 3 in the top here, but the choice is yours. You could actually mix things like tumbling tomatoes. You could put some basil in here. You could have flowers. You could have anything you like. I think I just dropped one of my strawberry plants, but don't worry, I've got some more here. And each one of these plants is going to cascade and fruit all through the summer months. So if you like strawberries, if you like gardening and you want it to be easy, this surely has to be the way for me forward, because I think from now onwards I'm always going to grow my strawberries in a wall planter. Now if I just take you around it, let's have a look. Wow, look at that straight away. How good does that look? So it's decorative, it was easy, it's a great way to grow fruit, and you're not just going to get one of these, you're going to get 2, a pair of our lovely Easyfill wall planters.